Keep watching until the very last second, especially if you've ever known the sting of betrayal, because this story doesn't just hurt, it lingers. It lives in the silence between heartbeats. I remember that night not as a memory, but as a wound etched into my bones, so deep and deliberate that even time couldn't fade it. The house was still, thick with a quiet that didn't feel peaceful. It felt like the calm before a storm you never saw coming. Only the dim glow of my phone lit the room, casting long shadows across walls that had once held laughter and love. She was in the kitchen just a few steps away, laughing. That sound, God, that laugh, it used to be the most intimate thing in the world to me. It was private, sacred, a sound that once made the whole world feel like it made sense. It was a laugh I thought belonged to me. But that night, something inside me stirred. I can't explain it even now. A shift, a shiver in my spine, a whisper from somewhere deep inside my chest. A quiet voice saying, "Check her phone." She'd never given me a single reason to doubt her, not once. And still, my hands moved on their own. What I found wasn't just betrayal. It wasn't just words. It was a knife made of syllables, carved to cut in silence. Wish you were here instead. Last night was unforgettable. I'm tired of pretending. These weren't messages to a friend. These were words that used to belong to us. Words I thought were ours alone. Now they were carelessly handed off to someone else. A stranger. A man named Chad. But it wasn't his name that gutted me. It was that final sentence. I'm tired of pretending. That was the blade that went deepest. Was I just a mask she wore during the daylight? A lie she lived in while dreaming of someone else in the dark? I stood there, frozen. Time didn't move. My breath stopped somewhere in my throat, and my heart, it felt like it had forgotten how to beat. Her laughter from the kitchen suddenly turned sinister, like it wasn't hers anymore, like it never had been. I wanted to confront her. I wanted to scream, to demand answers, to ask why she gave away what was mine. But I didn't. I couldn't. Something stronger than rage took over. I picked up my keys, walked to the front door, and stepped out into the night. No fights. No goodbye. Just silence. I didn't block her. I didn't delete her number. I didn't even pack a bag. I just vanished from her world. But the pain followed. It followed like a ghost that didn't need a body to haunt you. The days that came after were hollow. Empty chairs. Empty bed. Her toothbrush still beside mine like nothing had changed. Her sweater still hanging over the armrest like she'd be back any second. And her perfume. God, her perfume. It still clung to my pillow like a cruel echo of something that used to be love. When people asked, I smiled. Said I was fine. Just tired. That was the line I used. But inside, I was unraveling, thread by thread, piece by piece. Every time my phone lit up, hope surged through me like a fool. But it was never her at first. Then the messages started coming. Where are you? Please talk to me. Why did you leave? I miss you. I read them all. Every single one. And I answered none. Not because I didn't feel anything. No, it was because I felt too much. I wanted her to feel that same silence. To taste the void she created. Or maybe I just wasn't ready to let go. Not yet. Nights were the hardest. That's when the noise inside my head became unbearable. I'd sit by the window, rain slipping down the glass like tears, imagining her still in that kitchen, laughing, texting, living her life as if I had never existed. I told myself leaving was strength, that I had done the right thing, that she wasn't coming back, that I needed to accept it. But I was lying. To everyone. To myself most of all. And then the messages stopped. Just like that. 3 weeks of silence. Not a word. Not a nothing. And on a night that mirrored the storm I walked away in, I found myself curled by the front door, knees pulled to my chest, the rain pounding the earth like it was trying to break it open. Thunder rolled across the sky. And that's when I heard it. A knock. Soft. Barely there. Then again, louder. Hesitant. Like a heartbeat that had forgotten how to beat steady. I opened the door. And there she was. Soaked. Shivering. Her hair was plastered to her face. Makeup streaked down her cheeks like war paint. But this wasn't the woman I had walked away from. This was someone else. wrecked, hollow, broken in all the ways I had been. Her lips trembled. Her eyes were red and swollen. She didn't speak at first. Then finally, in a voice that cracked like glass underfoot, she whispered, "I didn't sleep with him. I didn't kiss him. I didn't mean to hurt you." I wanted to slam the door, to remind her of every word I'd read, every lie she'd written. But I didn't move. I was paralyzed. She stepped closer, placed her hand on my chest, lightly, like she was asking permission just to feel me breathe again. Her voice broke as she spoke. I lied to him. I told him things I didn't mean. I wasn't chasing love. I was trying to feel something, anything. I thought I'd lost myself. It wasn't you. It was never you. I thought I needed more. But when you left, I realized it had always been you. Still, I said nothing. Not because I forgave her, but because my heart was pounding too loud to hear my own thoughts. And then she told me something I'll never forget. "I came here every night. I stood across the street, watched your window. I waited for the light to go out. I didn't know how to fix what I broke. Until tonight." She stepped forward and wrapped her arms around me. Not casually, not politely. She held me like someone clinging to the last piece of who they used to be, like her soul might collapse if I let go. I didn't hug her back right away, but I didn't push her away either. We just stood there, two shattered people standing in the rain, soaked in regret and memory, trying to hold on to something we weren't even sure could survive. And no, this didn't end like a movie. I didn't forgive her in that moment. We didn't magically heal in a single night. That's not how real pain works. That's not how real love rebuilds. Some nights we talked. Others we sat in silence. She never begged. She showed up with truth, with patience, with time. And me, I didn't forget, but I began to understand. Not because the hurt vanished, but because sometimes real love has a break, so you can finally remember what it's worth.